that he had put her head on a shelf and screamed at it for an hour, threw darts at it, and ultimately smashed her face in. He also cut her tongue out and her larynx and put them in a garbage disposal.
Tell me in a sentence who you are.
I'm nobody. I'm a bum. I'm a boxcar and a jug of wine. And a straight razor if you get too close to me.
Do you ever feel violent?
Yes, I do.
What do you feel like doing?
Killing people.
You still feel like killing people?
Yes.
Describe the feeling that you get when you feel like killing people.
Well, last March 11th, I was hallucinating, and I took a razor blade and I cut a man's throat.
Here in the hospital?
Here in the hospital.
Do you think you'd murder me, Joe?
Yes.
That's gruesome, Joe. That's horrible.
Yes, it is.
And you don't blame me if I say I hope you never get out of this place.
I hope I never do either.
Welcome, all you true crime lovers. Sit back, grab that blanket and hot beverage, and prepare for another Saturday night of The Murder Show. Whose mind and story will we dive into tonight? Now for your host, Tim, and alongside him, his co-host, Criminology, Chris, and Classroom Jackie.
What would you do if the voice telling you to kill wasn't coming from outside your body, but from inside your own mind? Not a thought, not a passing feeling. A voice that speaks clearly and with authority. A voice you truly believe is divine. For Joseph Kallinger, that voice had a name. He called it Charlie. According to Kallinger, Charlie appeared to him as a giant floating head, delivering instructions that he believed came directly from a higher power. At first, the commands weren't violent. The voice told him to steal, to manipulate people, to prove his obedience. But as the years passed and Joseph's mind continued to deteriorate, the orders grew darker and more dangerous. What began as small acts of theft eventually escalated into something far more horrifying. The voice demanded blood. Joseph Kallinger believed he was carrying out a divine mission. In his mind, the crimes he committed weren't acts of cruelty. They were acts of obedience to a supernatural authority guiding his life. But what makes this case even more disturbing is that Joseph Kallinger didn't carry out these crimes alone. He brought his own son along for the nightmare. Tonight, we're diving into one of the most bizarre and disturbing cases in true crime history. The story of the Shoemaker killer, Joseph Kallinger.
Well, good evening, all you Murder Podcast Show fans. Welcome to another fabulous Saturday evening here on the Murder Podcast Show. I am your host, Tim. I've been told I now have a nickname. I guess I'm going to go by the Architect.
You are the architect.
I'm the Architect back here in my command center, so fuck it. Alongside of me is, there's no intro I can give this guy that will build him up more than he's already been built up. Besides the fact of looking damn good on a roof and a cutoff t-shirt, is my co-host, Criminology, Chris.
35. Whacking, flailing arm, inflatable Chris. Hi, everybody.
I loved it.
Yeah.
And alongside of Criminology, Chris is the director of all of our social media platforms, Classroom Jackie.
What's up, guys?
So welcome. Raptor Jesus, hello. Welcome into the chat.
Happy birthday.
Oh,
Yes, happy birthday, Raptor Jesus. I just found that out right now.
merry birthday.
Yeah, we're gonna start doing like
Birthday shout out.
birthday songs and I'm not singing, but
we can just play a happy birthday to you.
or we could have Joseph Kallinger sing happy birthday to you
Oh
too.
my God, his
Uh,
voice.
Yeah,
Get his
it'd probably be
spirit.
better than, I don't know.
He'll
Might be
be-
better than us.
He'll
I
be
don't
licking his lips as he
know.
happy
Yeah.
birthday. So per usual, our three amazing sponsors that we have for the show, they keep us rolling and they keep us flowing and looking damn good. Crafty Corner by Laura. Laura makes all handmade crochet items, jewelry, plushies, and more. You can check her out on Instagram at Crafty Corner by Laura and on Etsy. You can also email them at thecraftycornercrochet@gmail.com. Damn it, David, for putting that in there when I'm trying to read.
Old screen scratcher.
Uh,
Yeah.
Hi, screen scratcher.
Dubby Energy Drink. Chris is drinking his tonight. We all love it here on the show. Comes in a bunch of various flavors. This stuff we can't stress it enough. There's no shakes. When you come down off of it, you don't get the jitters and all that kind of shit. It works out great. Head over to dubby.gg, and when you purchase any of their products, use promo code MurderShow66 at checkout, and you will receive 10% off. That's hard to read when you got a burp coming. And then last but not least, Dochi Snacking Edible Cookie Dough comes in a jar in various flavors, from chocolate chip, WTF fudge brownie, basic bitch, and peppermint batty. It is gluten-free, plant-based, egg-free, all that good shit. You can either bake it in the oven or eat it right out of the jar. When you head over to Dochi Foods, DOICH foods.com, once again, use promo code MurderShow66 and you'll receive $5 off of your order. So on that note, we are going to head over and send it to do our new segment here of Classroom Jackie's 1 Minute of Murder for our social media updates.
Classroom Jackie's 1 Minute of Murder.
All right, guys. So just a quick rundown. We've had some growth on all of our platforms. Last week, we had 25 followers on Instagram. We are now up to 30. So that's starting to grow, which is awesome. Our Facebook, we are still at 110 followers. Our YouTube, we have 128. So we are 2 away from 130. And our TikTok, with the help of Into the Weeds, who shared some of our videos, has grown to 1,223 followers.
Yes. For anybody in here that doesn't know, and if you were in the, episode that we did, Gypsy Rose at that time, Into the Weeds came in there, and they're one of the largest podcasters on social media. Their YouTube alone has I think it's like 100 and some thousand subs. They are now sharing some of our stuff on TikTok, which is absolutely crazy. And if they come in here at all, thank you guys for that. Or if you listen on the streaming apps, thank you. That's more than we ever expected anybody
We
to
didn't
do.
think anything like that would ever happen.
Yeah, we are
and
humble.
it was extremely unexpected of them to share our ad for Casey Anthony last week.
Yes, they
and it
shared
got
that.
so many views, so many reshares and things like that, and it helped us grow followers. So we can't thank them enough for that.
Yeah, it's amazing. And we've ran into 2 people. Well, one for Chris and I, and then you ran into one that are like fans. And it's wild. And last week we talked about it, where the people at the last meal that we went to, they were like, "Oh yeah, I know your show. I follow it and I listen." And then they brought it up and showed it, and it's like, what?
We're famous, but we don't know you. But okay,
we're just some small town folks here, and it's crazy when people know you, but you don't know them.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of when it becomes like a whole reality.
Yeah,
it's nuts.
Again, it's humbling.
Yeah.
It's just kinda
So tonight, and the video is in our, intro clip that we do, and I'll play it here in a little bit. He was known as the Shoemaker Killer. Kallinger, right? Did I pronounce it right? Yes, Joseph Kallinger. Yeah. This is a wild story. Just brace yourselves with this one. I know we usually say that all the time, but this is wild because this has a twist to it, because there was another person that was involved with the murders too, that was close to him, and we'll get into that. Oh, thank you. Yeah, the dead possum on the back of the monitor.
We have a live one sitting right here above my head too.
Yeah, for anybody that doesn't know, these are from Crafty Corner by Laura. Made both of these, in a live one and then the dead one over here behind my screen. So
I have to meet up with them. They have a plague doctor for us, a couple other things as well for the show.
What's a plague doctor?
They got
the pointy nose.
The really cool plague doctor.
Yeah. Gotcha. I didn't know
we
that's what
have
it was
to
called.
meet up with them
Yeah,
and
they
get them
love
soon.
masks. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I always thought those things were just like, never mind. I'm not going to get into that.
Yeah, we're seeing that out of that.
Anywho, so yeah, this story is, wow, we've got some pictures and some video clips that we'll show you here. And, we're going to read you some interesting and crazy facts that, after researching and going to, a website on here that we found some stuff at, what's it, Library of Crime or something like
Crime
that.
Library.
I found some crazy shit. So anyways, let's jump on in. I want to make sure I do this right and don't so yeah, it's you starting it off here with the early
So
childhood.
I'm one.
Ooh.
No, you're two. We already did one.
Oh.
See the intro.
You skipped a part, but okay.
Oh, did I? Well, that's where it has me at on my screen. I wonder if it
Anyway,
didn't bring
it's
it.
okay. It's okay.
Here we go again.
It's okay.
Go ahead.
Don't draw the horn.
Don't
I'm not
produce
doing it. I'm not doing it. Anyways, go ahead.
Joseph Kallinger was born in 1935 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Shortly after his birth, he was placed for adoption and was later taken in by Stephen and Anna Kallinger. Adoption might have seemed like an opportunity for stability, but Joseph's childhood was anything but peaceful.
Later, psychological evaluations revealed that Joseph's adoptive father was extremely abusive. Kallinger described a childhood filled with violence. Oh, God, and a big word, damn it.
Humiliation.
I already know he's going to do it.
I got it before you said it. I got it before you said
and fear. He claimed he was frequently beaten and subject to harsh punishments that often involved isolation or physical pain.
I'm going to break that horn.
No, you're not. It's already broken.
Bonfire season, it's going in. Anyways.
He described being locked inside dark closets for hours and forced to kneel as punishment while being verbally degraded. Growing up in that environment created a constant atmosphere of fear and psychological stress.
Mental health experts believe that this traumatic upbringing played a major role in the development of Joseph's later mental illness. No horn.
By the time Joseph was around 10 years old, he began experiencing hallucinations.
He claimed he could see visions and hear voices that other people couldn't hear.
And one voice in particular would stay with him for the rest of his life.
This is where it gets fun. And the voice belonged to something he called Charlie. Just wait till.
According to Joseph, Charlie appeared as a giant floating head that spoke directly to him. Sometimes the entity appeared calm and instructive. Other times, Charlie became commanding and authoritarian.
To Joseph, Charlie was not imaginary. Charlie was real, powerful, and authoritative. The commands he heard felt like instructions from a higher power, something he believed he was obligated to obey.
This belief would become one of the most important factors in understanding Joseph Kallinger's crimes.
If you heard that in the chat, please, some sort of burp emoji or some shit. I know they got to have it because I know you all heard that. That was her. That was not Criminology Chris or I.
Nope.
She couldn't get away from the microphone fast enough.
No.
So anyway,
what did you guys eat?
Coffee.
Murphy.
Anyways, he just likes to sit back and fucking poke fun. That's what he does. Him and the horn.
That's why I'm here.
He's content. So, yeah. So if you can imagine, this guy thinks he sees a floating head. I just wonder how big the floating head was. I wonder if it was like Power Rangers back in the day. Remember they had that big head that would
in the funnel thingy that lit up and was like
red flag alert. The guy's floating head, not the burp.
Hey.
That's so true.
But no, it was the big giant like holographic tunnel thing that produced that giant face in that.
Yes, remember Power Rangers?
Oh,
Come
yeah.
I
on.
love that show. The Pink Ranger was my favorite.
And then that stupid little guy that would walk around. Remember
the robot,
him? Yeah.
the robot head
Yeah.
that was like really poorly made.
You guys watch this often. I remember the
Dude,
colors and the things, but I don't.
I had a Power Rangers themed birthday party when I was a kid and had all my friends from school there, which was like two friends, but it's still.
Do you remember the Power Ranger action figures where you could swap their heads would flip around?
Yeah.
I
yeah.
had every single one of those. All of them. They're worth money now.
I
They're
used
gone.
to just make the red ones do things to the pink one, and that was pretty much it.
Yeah.
But
I think most boys do.
okay, anyways, yeah, see? Unsafe knows it. But as Joseph grew no, she's not referring to the make the red things do things to the pink one. That's not. As Joseph grew older, he learned the trade of shoe repair and eventually opened his own. Why do they call it this? But why do they call it that?
Because they were called cobblers back then. They weren't called shoe repair. They were called cobblers
Really?
because they could make shoes and repair shoes.
Zordon, the big head. Yes.
Oh my gosh, the White Ranger always slept in my room. He was not allowed out of my room.
That sounds personal. His profession became a defining part of his life. Chris, you might want to look into that.
I'm out.
Both of you can knock it off. But Kallinger's relationship with shoes went far beyond normal craftsmanship. He became obsessed with the idea that he could design revolutionary footwear that would give people incredible abilities.
Well, it's my turn. He believed he could create shoes that would allow people to run faster, jump higher, and achieve almost superhuman levels of athletic performance. He even attempted to file patents for these ideas. Wow, he's really taken this shit to the extreme.
I wonder if you can find those patents.
He wasn't
still.
like the inventor of pumps, was he?
With his IQ, I don't think so, but I could be
Yeah.
wrong.
Those things were sweet.
God, oh yeah, where you pump up on the tongue of the shoe.
yeah.
Yes, pumps. Oh my God, I forgot about those.
To him, these inventions were groundbreaking, but to others, his ideas seemed strange and unrealistic.
So, moving into his marriage, family life here, Joseph eventually married a woman named Emily, and together they had several children. From the outside, the family appeared relatively ordinary. All right.
But inside the household, Joseph's behavior was often unpredictable and frightening. His children reportedly lived under strict control and discipline.
One of the darkest moments in Kallinger's life occurred when his 3-year-old son, Joseph Jr., died under suspicious circumstances.
Wasn't this where we read last night he had taken out a life insurance policy?
Yeah, so give me give me 1 second. That's what happens when you try to.
You gonna make it?
All right, let me bring that up. Well, first of all, actually, I'm going to read some of these that happened during Joseph's childhood, since we just talked
Yeah,
about
let's do that.
childhood. So these are some of the things that happened. This was in the 1940s, mostly when he was a kid. So first destructive act that he did when he was a child, this was when he was 9. Joseph cut up coats of his classmates because he didn't get a birthday present. Might be a red flag, might not be.
Red flag.
When he was 11, he starts stealing money from his parents to take neighborhood kids to the movies and attempt to make friends. His parents found out he was stealing and is punished by having his fingers burned on the stove. Though that the pain wasn't bad enough to stop, since he had people to go to the movies with, so he continued to steal. He ended up getting burned 6 times. Now, this is where it gets messed up when he's 13. He cuts a hole in his wall for masturbation. He uses pictures of naked men and women, as well as needing a knife nearby to achieve orgasm.
Well, that was after he was cornered by some kid and made to give him oral.
No, we didn't get there yet.
Oh, I thought that was after that.
I
may be
No.
wrong.
So he needed to have a knife nearby to achieve orgasm. Soon has to cut and stab pictures to become aroused. He then persuades his parents to send him to camp for 2 weeks. 10 days after returning home from camp, he heard voices telling him to cut someone. He boarded a city bus with a knife. He saw a boy get off the bus, led him into the woods near a stream, and ordered the boy to take off his pants at knife point. He then ran off into the woods and never harmed the boy after ordering him to take his pants off. He did that 3 more times in the next few months. The last victim he did that to, Joe, says that what happened to him with the older boys and puts the other boy's penis in his mouth and bites it while he holds the other boy at knife point.
Oh,
Yes.
So yeah,
Screwed up.
if you got a dinghy, you know that's got to be some crazy pain. But now you were asking me before about the
life insurance.
yes, yeah, this is crazy. Yes, it is, and trust me, I'm not going to read them all, but they get crazier than that. So what he had done was he took out a $10,000 life insurance policy on his kid, and then shortly after that was when his kid died.
Right.
So they were kind of trying to piece that together that he did that. But I don't know if he was ever found guilty for killing his kid or not.
He admitted to it later on. At the time of the death was ruled accidental, but believed to have been caused by drowning in a bathtub.
Yes, that's right. Okay. Okay, so carrying on here. Yes, years later, however, Kallinger claimed that voices in his head had told him the child was possessed and needed to die.
By the early 1970s, Kallinger's mental condition had deteriorated.
Unsafe. I don't know why you like that fucking horn.
Dramatically. His hallucinations became constant and incredibly detailed. I hate that horn.
You're welcome. Here for you.
No.
He described traveling through underground worlds in his visions and encountering strange beings and enormous structures beneath the earth. So if you're older, that sounds messed up. But if you're a kid, I mean, when we were kids, we would use our imagination and pretend. So that I could see as being a kid. I'm traveling underground through worlds and stuff like that. That is a kid. We don't really think twice about that.
No.
Yeah, but when you are an adult.
Yeah, and I'm assuming this. Yeah, when you're an adult, then that's when you kind of look at him and go.
And it wasn't a dream. It was he was awake.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Oh yeah. Okay. So that
through. Yeah, he was hallucinating.
Yeah.
And it was But wasn't he diagnosed schizophrenic or no?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was at one point, which we'll get to that.
So that normally kicks in, I think.
Because it's hilarious.
Yeah.
No.
Yes. Well, it normally kicks in, I think 18, 19, 20, somewhere around there. I think schizophrenia typically, starts kicking in.
Do you have to have a family history of that?
I don't think so. I don't know. I don't know if family history plays a role in you're genetically predisposed to having a better chance to have that or not.
Yeah, I don't know if you'd have to have a history of that. I'm sure they look into it, but I don't know if you'd have to. I mean, things can happen. There's people that don't have certain things in their family, history, but they end up getting just because.
Yeah, I mean,
randomly.
multiple times. He was hit in the head with a hammer. So I mean,
that's right.
As a child. So I mean, I don't know. Maybe the hammer had something to do with it.
His mom, her way of punishing him, I forgot to read that one, was she would hit him in the head with hammer, and it was 4 times, I think.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
And throughout these visions, the voice of Charlie continued guiding him.
Eventually, the voice began commanding him to commit crimes. Now, this is where I was telling you in the beginning, it involves somebody else that's close to him. Now he's going to this is going to unfold here.
Joseph's teenage son, Michael, became deeply entangled in his father's delusions. Michael was only around 12 years old when Joseph began bringing him along during robberies.
Joseph convinced Michael that their actions were part of a divine mission.
For a child raised under fear and manipulation, resisting his father's influence would have been incredibly difficult.
Yes, and I'm going to read in here because it talks about right when he asked his kid that he wanted him to go along and do this stuff.
It's another situation where cover your ears if you don't.
So
like
he had
hearing about really strange
this
shit.
is one thing that was crazy to us when Chris and I were talking. He had set home. He's got an issue with, fire. He had tried to set fire to his home. It was 1958. He did it. He set his own house on fire for amusement and reaps the benefit of a $1,600 from fire insurance. Then in 1965, he set fire to his home. And in 1967, he set fire to his home again.
Yeah, so 3 times over like a 7 or 8 year period. It was
Yes.
a 9-year period. It
So
seems a little much. I mean, once is more than enough.
well, right, right.
But
And for amusement, it's like, I'm just going to set my house on fire for fun.
that'd be entertaining. Yeah.
So right here is where it was June 26, 1974, when he was 38 years old. He told his 13-year-old son, Michael, of his orders from God to murder young boys and sever their genitals, and asked for his son's help. And his son complied with enthusiasm. Like, all right, Dad, let's do this. What? So sorry, I remembered about that.
Getting facts from that crime library. So
Yeah, and we'll post that. We'll put that on our, Google Drive.
Yeah.
Discord too as well.
Okay.
So
pretty.
So anyways, oh yeah. Okay, yeah, so Joseph had convinced Michael that their actions were part of a divine mission. And then you already read the next line. Cool. Anyways, between 1974 and 1975, Joseph and Michael committed a series of robberies and violent attacks across Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and New York.
Their crimes often involved breaking into homes and waiting for victims to arrive before confronting them.
Victims later described Joseph ranting about religion and destiny while holding them at gunpoint.
One victor.
Horn.
I did so good so far. One victim, Joseph H., was kidnapped, forced to withdraw money, and then stabbed repeatedly before being left for dead.
So eventually, investigators noticed a strange detail repeated in multiple witness statements.
The attacker was not alone.
Several victims reported that a young boy was present during the crimes.
This unusual detail helped investigators connect crimes across multiple states.
So eventually, detectives identified their suspect, a Philadelphia shoemaker named Joseph Kallinger.
Now, there were other victims as well. One of them, unfortunately, was a 10-year-old girl, and her death was exceptionally brutal. So we're not going to...
Yeah,
I don't want to
get
list
into
what they
that.
did to her. But one of the other things they did is they would line the shoes up of their victims.
Oh, yeah.
He had a weird obsession with the shoes.
And when police went in the basement of the one house, they seen somebody in the corner that was dead, and he had shoes lined up on their back.
Yep.
Yes, I remember that. Chris, you have a comment in the chat section up there.
No, because you went the ba-da-da-da-da-da
I love
thing.
it. That was that was a little bit of
let's not make his night more exciting, okay?
You're building his
Anyways,
ego.
Thank you, Miss Snuggie.
In March of 1975, Joseph Kallinger and his son Michael were arrested.
So before we go too much further on, I'm gonna play, and it's the video clip that we use in the beginning video there. I'm gonna play. This is a interview when he was in prison. And what was the guy's name again, Chris? That was
It was
in
Geraldo.
Geraldo. Yes.
Yeah.
Listen to this. It's just, it's wild to me. Oh wait. First of all, yes. Give me 1 second here, guys.
Do you ever feel violent?
Yes,
You weren't supposed to hear all that yet. Just give me a minute. I will drag it over here and okay, cool. So I will share this to everybody now and listen to this. It's
Some lip smacking.
yes, there's definitely lip smacking for sure. So here we go.
Do you ever feel violent?
yes, I do.
What do you feel like doing?
Killing people.
You still feel like killing people?
Yes.
Describe the feeling that you get when you feel like killing people.
Well, last March 11th, I was hallucinating, and I took a razor blade and I cut a man's throat
Here in the hospital?
here in the hospital.
Do you think you'd murder me, Joe?
Yes,
That's gruesome, Joe. That's horrible.
yes, it is.
And you don't blame me if I say I hope you never get out of this place.
I hope I never do either.
Do you ever feel violent?
So yeah, that is a wild
He's
one.
very calm. But he's probably drugged up.
The licking the
honestly.
lips is. I don't understand that. Like,
Yeah.
is it a savory thought? Is it?
No, I don't know.
Ugh. Weird.
Yes, it is really weird, and it doesn't make any sense. Hang on a minute, and that screen will come back. Hey, look, it took screenshots of me randomly sitting behind the computer.
He likes you this evening in lieu of me.
I guess. I don't know. But anyways, yes, he is he's a trip, that's for sure. So yeah, just the fact that he knows that he would continue to kill is what's wild. Because a lot of them, they think that they can't or that they won't again. But he's just all like, yeah, I'd kill again. I hope I don't even get out of here ever again. Like,
Yeah.
and like you said, he's so calm. He's just like, yeah.
I have a question, but I'm saving it for the end of the show.
Well, he probably feels that he's better suited to be institutionalized. I mean, at least maybe there's something there in his head that makes him recognize that what he did was wrong.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it, you know,
well, there's
some good hiding deep down inside of him somewhere, but a very small amount of it.
yes. Yeah. There's a lot, I mean, going on there with the schizophrenia, of course, and then the floating head. And then he has a quote too. I won't share it up on the screen, but he has a quote when he was in prison, and he said, I was going to murder my own family and then take my own life and become God.
That was during his interview with Geraldo.
Yeah.
Was it in the same interview?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had this big obsession that he was going to become God, and the only way to do that was to take his own life.
He thought he was divine.
Yes, absolutely. And there's another one too that I wanted to read as well. Oh yeah, right here. He says, I was only following God's orders. Yes. And it's like, so he's got this connection there. Well, not real connection, but he thinks there's like a connection with him and God, and
Well,
God's telling him to do this. But we've heard that with multiple killers
thinks-
too.
A lot of times also, people that experience serious issues as a child or being beaten or harmed at a young age typically can develop, from my understanding, a complex in which, I mean, mixed with mental illness in this case, a complex where they seek superiority or view themselves as being superior
Yeah.
or want to be viewed that way, as a form of control,
Yeah.
and that
Yeah.
sort of thing. So, but yeah,
Very, very
but
true.
mixed with what he had going on and, having a floating head and
Well, yeah, there's a lot, and then he had some sort of arousement sexually too, kind of like BTK, and there was a few other ones. What was it, Dahmer with men? They were sexually aroused because one of the families,
Gacy as well.
because Kallinger, yeah, Gacy Kallinger had raped a few too.
Yeah.
So we've noticed that with, excuse me, with quite a few of these people where that's kind of like a trend that they do where it's some sort of sexual fantasy that they involve with it. And it's crazy to me because, you know, period, I can't wrap my head around killing, first of all. But our brains aren't like theirs. But then you add the sexual gratification thing into it too as well.
yeah,
And
you
it's
need to
just,
go to and they need to go to a darker place in order to get that arousal. And
yeah,
it's
yeah. And it's just like, how? You know, I mean, we try to like study their minds and get into their mind in our own way, but we won't.
No.
But yeah, it's just crazy. So, anyways, my turn. Yay. During interrogation, Kallinger spoke openly about his hallucinations and the voice of Charlie. It's Charlie, insisting the crimes were part of a divine plan. So that's like the video that we just played. I think that's, he didn't actually say Charlie in there, but I think that's what he was referring
Yeah.
to.
The trial quickly attracted national media attention. Psychiatric experts testified that Kallinger suffered from severe paranoid schizophrenia and experienced powerful command hallucinations.
Because of the severity of his mental illness, don't honk that horn, the court ultimately ruled him legally insane.
Instead of being sent to prison, Joseph Kallinger was committed to a secure psychiatric institute.
So the facility where he was held at after the trial, Kallinger was committed to the Fairview State Hospital, a maximum security psychiatric hospital located in Waymart, Pennsylvania. Never heard of that town.
Fairview was a facility specifically designed to house individuals who had been found not guilty by reason of insanity, or those deemed mentally unfit for standard prison incarceration.
Anyways, the hospital housed some of the most dangerous and mentally ill offenders in the state. Patients were kept under strict supervision and underwent psychiatric treatment, including medication and therapy.
Kallinger would spend the remainder of his life inside this facility.
So we might want to know, or we might ask, what ended up happening to Michael.
he just looks over at me.
I got anxiety of that fucking horn. Michael, his son, fate was very different from his dad's. Psychologists determined that Michael had been deeply manipulated and psychologically controlled by Joseph throughout his childhood.
Because of that, the court treated Michael less like a criminal and more like a victim of severe parental influence.
He spent time in juvenile detention and underwent extensive psychological counseling to help him process the trauma and break free from his father's influence.
Eventually, Michael was released and attempted to rebuild his life away from the spotlight.
He largely disappeared from the don't tell anybody public view.
Ooh.
I just wanted to make sure if he was on his game over there,
I was
and
waiting.
choose to live privately, avoiding the media and the notary, right?
Notoriety.
Boom.
Of the case.
Da.
Unsafe. I'm begging you for the life of me. Please help.
Well,
It's good for the kid, though. I mean, to separate himself from that, to get the help he needed, and hopefully he's living a productive life.
Well, yes.
You
And
know.
they ended up saying too that he ended up changing his name.
Mhm.
His son did
Well,
too
good
as
for him, and
well.
I would do the same thing. Don't blame him a bit. You know?
So reading some more of these facts off the crime thing. When okay, mouse, let's play nice. When he went to prison, he 1977, when he was 41, he set himself on fire in prison. Once again, the fire obsession. Joseph assaulted a fellow inmate and started a fire on his cell block. Once again, the fire. There is something with fire that has got him going. I'll be here all week. It's an emotional support horn I can't help. That's great. Thank you. Thanks, hon.
I'm trying to help them. I mean, honestly, that's what I'm here for. I'm trying to help you.
It gives us anxiety.
You're not. No, don't
We
even
don't
pull
want to
that
screw
line.
up because we don't want to hear the horn.
So he then was moved to the facility that we just mentioned,
Fairview State Hospital.
for the criminally insane, and he tried to kill another prisoner there. He slashed another convict's throat in an unprovoked attack, but the victim survived it. In television interviews like the one that we just saw, he has expressed his continuing desire to slaughter every person on earth and commit suicide only to become God. So yeah, there's yeah, I mean, what you said with his son, good for his kid, because his kid, I can see that from a kid's view. He probably looked up to his dad, and when his dad came to him and said, "We're going to do this," blah blah blah. I mean, sadly to say, his kid's like, "Okay, Dad," because his kid probably trusted him.
Right, exactly. I mean, who knows how excited he was about the idea of doing or being involved in what he was involved in. Like you said, I mean, he may not have, had like a choice in the matter.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
I'm sure he was terrified of disappointing the guy because of the way he treated him.
yeah.
So, what do you do? You know?
At that point, yeah. And you were going to say something.
I don't know.
Oh, Unsafe made a good point. The way that he found to do all that stuff while in prison is crazy.
Well, he was also in technically a state hospital, which has I don't think so much set up like prison with the cell type. It might be something different. So maybe there's
Well,
more access.
I think it still was. I don't think he was just like. I don't think it was like Gen Pop where the doors are open and they're able to just roam around and.
Yeah, there's still cells
maybe, yeah.
because they said that he attempted to set fire of his whole cell block.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
So there's still cells, but yeah, how he found a way to get away with that, because now I don't know how security is. I haven't been to prison.
Well, yeah,
but
who knows?
I don't know. I'm sure security is way more amped up now than it was, and then they have a lot newer, cameras, and the doors automatically open and close. I know back then a lot of times they'd have to hand slide them open.
It was also back in the 70s, so
yeah,
again, security was completely different than what it is now.
And even now, like, people seem to get wild things into prison, drugs and
yeah.
Otherwise,
well, what was that? Last year when we went and toured Mansfield Prison,
right?
It was all the doors. I think were movable by hand, if I remember correctly.
They were, but they were also mechanically driven at the end.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if you actually looked on each individual cell block, at the end of the row of cells, there actually was a mechanical locking device that would actually shut all the cells.
Oh, that they probably had like a main control room
I'm
or
sure
something.
It was all disconnected, but there was like a control room at the end with like gearing and all that kind of crap. But
okay,
yeah,
gotcha.
Inside Fairview State Hospital, Joseph Kallinger remained under psychiatric supervision for the rest of his life.
Doctors reported that his hallucinations never completely disappeared. Even decades later, he continued speaking about, there he is again, Charlie, and the strange visions he claimed to experience.
Despite treatment and medication, his delusional world remained very real to him.
Joseph Kallinger died in 1996 at the age of 59 after spending more than 20 years confined inside Fairview State facility.
I think it was Farview.
Oh man, you're right.
Da-da-da-da-da.
It really took you that long to catch on?
Oh, I know. I saw you doing it before. I just thought I'd throw that in there.
His death closed one of the most unusual and disturbing chapters in American criminal history. That horn's gonna go away.
And I read in there too that out of all things, what took him out, seizure.
Yeah, he died of a seizure.
Out of all things,
But
every
they
yeah.
said it was heart related, though. I think.
Oh, it was
A
okay.
heart-related
Yeah.
seizure.
But he, they say Farview State Hospital. They said he that was in Waymart, PA. They said he actually died in Crescent, SCI Crescent, in Cambria County, PA. Because Farview in Waymart, PA, Waymart's over near Scranton.
Okay.
And Crescent, I think he was at, when he died, I think he was at Crescent, which is over near Altoona.
Is Dunder Mifflin in Scranton?
It was.
Was that real?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
I don't think so. Could be.
It'd be really cool.
I would love it to be.
if there was a Michael Scott working there too.
There actually
and actors
was
just
a
like that.
Dunder Mifflin paper company.
That'd be awesome.
Michael Scott pisses me off in that show.
I love it.
Love that show.
I hated Andy.
So good.
I
The Nard
personally, you know, my
Dwight was
fave,
the man.
Dwight.
Dwight.
Yeah.
It's Dwight.
Yeah.
Dwight and Stanley. And I loved Kevin.
We got any The Office fans in here? But I'm going to tell you now, though, nothing. And I'm watching this trial right now that's been going on for two weeks or something like that. Corey Richins trial, and eventually we'll cover that one too. But the
Well, good,
judge,
because I have no clue who that is.
Corey Richins, yeah, it's a pretty good case. She was charged with supposedly trying or killing her husband. He's dead, overdosing him on how do they pronounce it? Fentanyl or however.
Fentanyl, you said it right.
Well, yeah, but I've heard everybody say it so many different ways.
Just call it
but
what it is.
anyways,
Fentanyl.
the judge in there, he talks just like the boss from Office Space, the movie.
Oh, from Office Space? Lumberg?
He constantly goes, yeah. And that's all I can think of is Office
need you to
Space.
come in on Sunday. Yeah.
You gotta move to the basement.
Yeah.
We're gonna need you to move to storage room.
Where's my stapler?
I'm gonna
my
need-
stapler.
I'm gonna need my stapler.
And I have an issue with my payment, my check.
I like when he goes, I got a meeting with the Bobs.
I don't have time for this. I got a meeting with the Bobs. I wasn't aware of a meeting with them.
Why are we quoting the movie?
That's
now?
okay. I'm cool with it. Anybody else like those movies? Feel free, jump in there. So anyways, in closing here, the story of Joseph Kallinger forces us to confront a difficult question.
When someone commits horrific crimes while suffering from severe mental illness, how do we truly define responsibility?
Here's the real question. Was Joseph Kallinger evil?
Or was he a man completely trapped inside a mind that had lost its grip on reality?
For the victims and their families, that question may never have a satisfying response. I don't know. I just wanted to look like wacky
Even if-
inflatable arm guy. No, don't turn. Oh, this fucking kid.
Ah!
Even if you did answer that question, that's not going to bring you a whole hell of a lot of closure. And how can you trust an answer? I mean, regarding a guy that grew up abused, beaten in the head with a hammer, did all that crazy shit as a child,
Yeah.
as an adult, whatever. I mean, you can talk about it all day long, but as far as the victims' families, I mean, that doesn't.
Yeah, it's true. So yeah, with this guy, I want to bring up a couple more of these pointers that he had too, because we've got some time here.
Can I ask my question real fast?
Oh
I
yeah,
have?
yeah. Sorry.
Okay.
Go ahead. I forgot.
So the courts found him not guilty by reason of insanity, but in his interview with Geraldo, he remembers the date that he slashed the guy's throat and admitted that if he got out, he knew he would kill. Doesn't that mean he's sane? Like, doesn't he understands what he did?
Well, I think anybody, even if they are found to be insane, might have moments of clarity, you know, and recognizing that they're actually, like I said earlier, take responsibility for what they did,
Yeah.
you know.
Okay.
But you could still be batshit nuts.
Mm-hmm.
Do you
know.
think there was an evaluation like every year to see if he could go into regular prison or if he just stayed there? Do they have an evaluation for that?
Well, they evaluated him, I'm sure, multiple times. But once again, let's talk about it. It was back in, the 70s too, where what do they do? Ask you just a bunch of questions? I mean,
Yeah,
there was a whole hell of a lot of science in it.
Yeah. Unsafe does bring up a good point too. Hammer getting hit in the head, that couldn't be healthy, and that
No.
that could have started a lot of it.
Some shit loose in his frontal lobe, but who knows?
Yeah, I mean, look at we were talking about him.
That doesn't make you better at math.
No, well, no, nothing's gonna make me better at math. But anyways,
But we won't try the hammer.
So
No,
that's nice. That's
Christopher.
nice.
Yeah.
I don't think I could be wrong, but I don't think Unsafe wants me to have a caved inside on my head. But you never know.
Don't worry, Unsafe. I won't let that happen.
But no, what I want to say is, we were talking about it a couple weeks ago, not on the show, but football players, Patriots football players that had that concussion and killed. It's like that, getting those concussions. I forget what the medical condition of it was. They did studies on that, and they did a study on his brain after he had died. He committed suicide in, prison. And they said that he had that issue. I forget what it is, but wrestlers get it, football players, and that can kind of mess with them mentally.
Yeah.
So, which I never really realized that. I mean, people get concussions, but you don't think something like that could come from it, you know?
I don't care what you're doing. Too many shots to the dome, and it's gonna do something.
So that was Aaron Hernandez.
Yes.
And after he killed himself, a autopsy revealed that he suffered from severe chronic traumatic and do not give me the horn.
Chronic encephalopathy.
Thank you.
Encephalopathy. Yeah.
You got to give yourself the horn.
Encephalopathy.
He won't give himself the horn. It's bullshit. Okay, there.
Oh.
There you go.
But that was what that was from all the impact and injuries and everything like that. And eventually we'll cover that case because it was a crazy case.
Once again, I don't care what you're doing, whether you're playing football, whether it was a hammer, what. Yeah. Take a certain amount of shots to the head.
Yeah.
It's not going to make you a better person.
David in here, that's actually a good question I want to ask him, because David was a wrestler, professional, wrestler years back. Was that something that you had ever heard of at that time when you were taking shots and stuff to the head? Because I'm sure that you had throughout the years of doing that.
And there was a wrestler, Eddie Guerrero, I think David would know this because it was a big thing in the community. I think he had kind of like what Aaron Hernandez had and killed his whole family as well.
Yes, that's
so
one
it's not
that,
just two people who have done it. It's unfortunately
that's one that I want to cover eventually too as well. So in here, a couple of the different things. I just wanted to read a few more of these bullet points in here.
We need to make a medical friend.
I might still have connections with medical friends.
Yeah, we need a medical friend. Get them in here now.
Well, Unsafe used to do nursing too.
Unsafe, you and I are going to have a conversation later. I have questions.
Oh, jeez.
If that's okay.
Okay, what is going on with this thing? I just want to scroll up and then it freezes. The breakdown. So, yes, just a couple of these other bullet points here from kind of bouncing around here when David said in here in the chat, I found out I can do this. I can show on the stream now. Booyah. It was Chris Benoit,
Benoit.
Benoit, and he
Yeah.
killed his family.
Oh,
Um,
jeez.
Thanks, Unsafe.
I had no idea. I remember that guy.
Yeah,
See, I figured out I can do that. I can show right there.
that's
Isn't
cool.
that fancy?
But yeah, it was a huge
Neato.
thing. He killed his whole family.
Yeah, I remember his name. I remember being in like one of those old video games or something like that.
Yeah, that's wild.
Why did I think it was Eddie Guerrero? I believe he had something like that, or he had something big happen.
Stuck on Guerrero.
So, yeah, this is one of the things when Joseph was 15, Joseph told, oh, he killed himself too. Joseph is told by God that his mission is to heal and save people through their feet. We did talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
And he conducts over 40,000 experiments. That's
In
what?
between, did you see how many years that was?
1951 to 1972.
40,000 experiments. No, I do not think there's a scientist alive that has completed that many in that short of a time period.
There's probably not even a pastor that has.
Studied more feet.
Oh,
Lord.
Tim.
No, because I'm saying he's talking about God's mission was to heal through through the feet. That's why he said no pastor has, because pastors and churches and stuff.
Yeah.
That's where I was going with that.
Oh,
I
That's
don't
right.
know
Thank
where
you,
you
David.
were. I don't know where you were going with that. But anyways,
I don't
we're
know.
talking
You mean
feet, that's
sermons. You
all.
were talking about sermons. You don't think a pastor has done 40,000
no,
sermons in his lifetime?
no. I'm saying that a pastor has, because you know how they had the pastors back in the day. They probably still do now, where they would heal. Remember, what's his name, who was only about 45 minutes from us here?
Were you talking
Ernest.
about Ainsley?
Yes.
Yeah.
Remember, he used to get up there, and I don't know if you guys in the chat too remember this, but he used to get up there and he used to touch their head and he'd be like,
Did the year
I
heal?
hail you in
Oh
the
my
name
God,
of the
I remember
Father.
those were
and-
healing sessions.
And they still do that. I mean,
Does he really? Or
well,
not him?
I mean, obviously, but
I think he died.
yeah, I think he did too.
There's a
I'm not
place
sure if he's
nearby that still
around.
does that.
I'm
Is
sure
there
he
really?
is.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm not naming where it is or
No.
what it is.
So when he was 13, Joseph gets a lead part in a high school play, A Christmas Carol. He desired to be an actor after he did well in the play. His parents would have nothing to do with it and laughed at him for wanting to do it. And that's kind of sucky there too, because if they maybe would have been a little more supportive,
right.
yeah, maybe he could have gotten into that. There's so many things that we can say and we can try to assume, but once again, we won't, ever know. But just like Unsafe said, it could have been hammer to the head. Yes, David, that was his name. Hammer to the head could have done something. The way his parents treated him. I mean,
The
there's abuse. Yeah.
There's hundreds of factors that could have made him the way he is.
So he was hospitalized with a suspected brain lesion, but tests revealed only a psychopathological nervous disorder. No horn. When he was 22, he married a second time, and then that was when he caught his houses on fire.
Oh yeah,
and
his
stuff.
first time he was 17 when he got married, and he moved out of his house to marry this girl that his parents told him not to.
Yes. So this is what we were talking about here. His son Joey, who had been reported missing, was found dead under rubble demolition site. The cause of the death could not be determined, but Kallinger later admitted to drowning him. The insurance company refused to honor his claim because he took out a $45,000 life insurance policy on his youngest son. That was in July when he took that out. In August was when they found his son dead. So literally like a month later.
Yeah.
And then in here, when he was 38, he kidnapped 4 women during their bridge game. And he stole $20,000 worth of valuables and cash. The father and son team held Pamela J. captive in her home in Homeland and forced her to perform sexual acts on Joseph at gunpoint. And then him and his son forced their way into a house armed with knives and guns and took 8 people. They tied them up, hostages, with cords that were cut from electronic appliances. Most of them were found naked. Of the 8, they killed only one of them. Maria which I'm not even going to pronounce her name, by slitting her throat. One of the hostages were able to get away and alert neighbor who called the police. So yeah, there's a lot of shit with this guy here. But anyways, next week we spun our wheel. Next week we're going to be covering another case that's close to home for us here.
Many of you probably remember this case as it was recent that it all unwound. Was like what, 8-ish years ago now?
Oh no, this was
No, this was more.
2014.
Anybody in any other state,
Something like
unsafe, probably have heard of this because this was huge.
If you remember, very easily bring this up. Amanda Berry,
Yes.
Michelle Knight, and Gina DeJesus.
Yes.
You will know we are covering the one and only Ariel Castro and his House of Horrors.
Yes. That was where they
Just
were.
make it sound so dramatic.
It is dramatic.
Yeah. Well, they were held captive in there for 10 years,
They were
right?
screwed up.
It was something. It was a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah, they were
It was
in
a
there for a long
lot.
time. They
Yeah.
vanished as kids, and
And all because one of them had got out when he was away for a little
climbed out
bit.
of, like, a basement
Michelle,
window.
Amanda Berry.
Yeah.
The neighbors.
There's a song about him.
Oh
Yeah.
no, we don't get into Miles' redo of.
And
giveaway.
yeah, and Amanda Berry was the one that I think ended up that had a kid with him.
Yes.
And that was a crazy. And when he went to prison at first here, because he ended up killing himself in prison. When he went to prison, it was the prison that's only what, maybe 30 minutes from us here.
Yeah.
You know which one I'm talking about. I mean, and his house where it all happened was maybe what, 45 minutes, give or take,
I
something
worked
like
around
that.
the corner. I think I worked a couple minutes away from it.
So you've seen the house?
Oh yeah, yeah. And they
Yeah.
ended up mowing it down and turning it into a park. But
Mhm.
anyway, that story
Yeah.
for next week.
Yeah, memorial site and stuff. Yeah.
I still don't. It's going to be a crazy case.
Oh yeah, definitely. So that's what we're going to be covering next week.
A little break from murder, just kidnapping.
Oh yeah, there was still a lot of shit with that one. Anyways, we do, as we always like to let everybody know, we do appreciate everybody, the support with the show channel. Trying to hit 130 subscribers here. YouTube, I'm only 2 away. It's my OCD thing. I can't help it. I'm 2 away.
We need 3 more on our TikTok to hit 120.
And
1,225.
thank you for accepting and giving a warm welcome to the horn and bringing it into your hearts. And everybody loves it.
I'm pretty sure.
Smack your drum. Do something.
I'm pretty sure that. Yeah.
There.
I'm pretty sure that Unsafe is the only one in here that really supports the horn. Other than that, I think everybody else
I'm not buying
could
what
give
you're
2
selling.
fucks about the horn.
I'm buying what you're selling.
All right. Thumbs up for the horn.
Not
Thumbs
pick-
down if you hate it.
I'm not
And
picking up what you're
I know
laying
where
down.
we are.
I asked this last week and nobody responded to it. I will put up a thumbs down. Give me a second here.
So negative.
And I'll see. It won't let me type emojis here, but I'll just do that
You can't.
myself.
Hold on.
No, not on my end here. I can't. Look at. I just typed thumbs down. That easy. I'm voting thumbs down for the horn. David, if you don't want to become or be called some ridiculous fucking garbage can name, please vote thumbs down. And Screen Scratcher, thumbs down, please, as well, or else I will tell people why you scratch screens. So yeah, Unsafe, we already know you're going to do a thumbs up. That's fine.
Everybody jump into Chris's camp.
Chris's camp?
Camp of Criminology.
Oh, Camp of Criminology. What is this going to be? Some new bullshit you're going to use now?
Yes.
Welcome, kids, to the Camp of Criminology.
It's gonna be me in the camp of the Criminology and the horn.
And that's the only people that are going to be in the damn camp too. I've got
I won't
the
let us use a thumbs down emoji.
I've got the architect over here, so in the command center here.
I'm gonna find the horn and I'm gonna hide the horn.
And then I'm gonna come in with a larger horn. I already threatened a baritone horn that I have at home.
I will hide the baritone horn.
I'm gonna ship the horn to Unsafe and just have her hang on to the horn.
Oh, and then we can't hear it because it won't be able to be
Oh,
heard.
no,
Yes.
No.
Yes, Unsafe. I'm shipping
Unsafe.
you the horn.
You're
Shipping you
getting
the
a
horn.
I'll
So
record it on my cell phone.
Anyways, like Alec Murdoch sounds.
Still got that one.
But
Thumbs up. No, Raptor Jesus. Unhappy birthday.
Hell yeah.
No.
Unhappy
no,
birthday.
No,
Thank you.
No.
Thank you.
No. Anyways, we will stop supporting Crafty Corner.
No, we won't. We're not that mean.
I bought a new horn for no, David. Okay,
David.
Okay. Here we go.
Fantastic.
David, since you didn't listen to what I just said, you are now the fucking largest dumpster full of maggot fly infested shit can toiletry department trash can. So take.
Gotcha.
My anxiety level right now is real fucking high.
Got your back.
I'm gonna eat this microphone.
It's not even Gypsy Rose.
Anyways,
It's that banana coffee.
Anyways,
Get in your bones, man.
Well,
All right.
deep throated the coffee. Anyways, banana. He said. So on that note, guys, thank you again for tuning in, listening to another episode here on the Murder Podcast Show.
Stay safe, stay curious.
Yes, stay safe, stay curious, and next week we will see you guys here. That's good, David. I give you a cookie. Anyways, we hope that you guys have a great rest of your weekend and a great week next week. Other than that, I am going to send you over to Jackie and let her take us out of here.
Same crime time, same crime place.
Good night, everybody.
See ya.
Goodbye, all.
Fuck the horn.
Nope.